I'm Charean Williams, and this is Drew Davison, beat writer for the Star-Telegram. And you may notice the absence of our colleague Clarence Hill. He sliced his finger coming into the Star today and is headed to the hospital for stitches. So he's now an Aggie because he's got to do the thumbs up. So, Drew, let's talk about the players to watch for Sunday's pivotal game against the Cincinnati Bengals. The last 5 years, the Bengals have won at least 9 games over the last 5 seasons. They've been a contender yearly. This is going to be a big test for the Cowboys. Who's your player to watch on offense?
Yeah, offensively, I got a couple players actually filling in for Dez Bryant, assuming Dez Bryant doesn't play. He didn't practice today, so we'll see his status going forward. But I think Bryce Butler and Terrence Williams, both of them played well. Both of them had a touchdown catch against the 49ers last Sunday. So I think they need to continue. And Terrence Williams has made it a point to not do what he did last year. He wants to be more productive. So I think Terrence Williams and Bryce Butler filling in for Dez Bryant once again are 2 guys who must step up.
Well, Dak's obviously a big presence in this game, as he's been for every game, but I'm going to go with Zeke Elliott, and the reason is he's kind of carried this offense the last 2 weeks, 100+ yards. He now leads the league in rushing with over 400 yards, is doing a great job, seems to have adapted to this offense and what he needs to do in this offense. The Bengals have only given up 114 total rushing yards the last 2 games, so they're going to have to run the ball if they want to be productive and effective on offense and help Dak out. So let's move to the defensive side of the football. Who's your guy to watch on defense?
Well, I think you got to go with cornerback Mo Claiborne. And as you said, the Bengals have been so good. Andy Dalton has kept them in the playoff hunt every year, even though they really haven't taken that next step in the postseason. But they have always been right in the mix. And I think Mo Claiborne coming off maybe the best fourth quarter or a best quarter you can imagine for a cornerback. He had the interception, which snapped a 2+ year drought, a tackle for loss, and then he made the big play on 4th down, pushing Torrey Smith out of bounds that essentially sealed the game. So Mo Claiborne we've talked about him all year. He's really playing at a high level. So he needs to continue to do that, especially if he gets A.J. Green his fair share of times.
Absolutely. And I'm going to go with getting pressure on the quarterback so they don't have time to get A.J. Green down the field. And that falls to DeMarcus Lawrence. This team hasn't put pressure on the quarterback this season. Only 6 sacks. 2001 was the last time they had 24 or fewer sacks. They had 24 that season. They're on pace for 24 this season. They've got to get better pressure on the quarterback if they're going to win some of these games, especially these next 2 games against good quarterbacks in Andy Dalton and Aaron Rodgers. And that falls to DeMarcus Lawrence, who had a team-leading 8 sacks last season. So that's some players to watch for Sunday, in our opinions anyway. There's obviously a lot more players to watch, but we'll be back with you soon. Thanks for watching.